Hello, good morning, or good evening, whenever you are watching this. I hope you are doing well. My name is Catherine, and today I am talking about my March TBR. We are getting back into the swing of things in the month of March. I was in such a reading slump these past 2 months, but I'm here and I'm back and I'm ready to read. This month I am super excited because I created a reading challenge. It's super casual, super fun, and combines my two favorite things, monster romances and competition. Yes, that's right. I am going to be reading a lot of monster romances in the month of March, which only seems fitting since March is my birthday month, so I should only do things that I enjoy during my birthday month. I'm putting all the prompts and all the templates and everything over on my Instagram. There's going to be a highlight reel thing that you can see, and if you would like to join me, you are more than welcome to use those templates that I created. I spent way too long on Canva making the bracket one. So let's talk about Monster March Madness. It is, of course, a play on March Madness, which is a basketball thing that I know nothing about, but I do know that involves brackets. So what I've done is create 8 different prompts, and as you complete each prompt, read a book for each prompt, it will go into the bracket. As you complete a bracket, you'll pit the books against each other, pick your favorite, and by the end, you will have your favorite monster romance book of the month. I do also have a bonus challenge bingo board that I'll be going over as well, but let's talk about my TBR for the Monster March Madness. So prompt number 1 is tails can be useful, and the requirement for this is it has to involve any creature that has a tail as long as they use it in fun ways. For this, I'll be reading Kind Regards, which is the first book in the Warts and Claws Inc. series by Cleo Evans. I have this very cool anthology of all the books from that series, and I'm very excited to finally read that one. It is an office monster romance, which is very exciting, and I hear there are creative uses of a tail as well as some other things, which I'm kind of scared about. Prompt number 2 is Scaly Lizard Man. Could be a dragon, could be something that slithers. As long as it has scales, it's fair game. So I will be reading The Dragon's Bride by Katie Robert. I actually haven't read this yet, so I'm excited to finally pick it up and read it. I've heard mixed things about this one of hers, but the cover I'm obsessed with, so I'll read it for the cover alone. Number 3 is Heart of Stone, and this is for the gargoyle lovers. Couldn't do monster romances without gargoyles. For that, I'll be reading Stone Hearts by S.E. Wendell, which I think involves 2 gargoyles. I'm pretty sure they're both gargoyles, or at least she's a gargoyle. I'm not too sure of the details, but again, the cover. I love that monster romances are just really embracing the clinch cover in a way that, like, all of the traditional romances have started to steer away from. They're really missing out. Number 4 is I Did Not See This Coming. And this is to read something in the Omegaverse. Now, this one kind of toes the line of monster romances because it doesn't necessarily have to be a shifter, but it does have to have nodding and be in the Omegaverse. For this, I am actually using the Classic Literature Book Club's book, Omega's Obsession by Sarah Blue. It is my month to host classic literature, so we will be having sprints right here on my channel. The first set of sprints, I believe, is It's definitely a Monday. I want to say it's March 4th. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern time right here, so be sure to turn on the bell icon so you get notified when we're doing sprints. Should be a good time. Everyone's gonna hate it but me. I already know. Number 5 is Time to Raise Some Hell, because demons need love too. I'll be reading A Soul to Heal by Opal Rain. This is the second book to A Soul to Keep, which was last year's Classic Literature Book Club pick by me. I keep on meaning to continue on with this series, and I just never got around to it. So I'm so excited to read it. Number 6 is Let's Wing It So yes, one of the characters has to have wings. For this, I will be reading Sweet Vengeance by Viano Oniomo, I believe is how you pronounce their last name. Probably got that wrong. This actually technically does involve a demon as well, but he has wings, so it's different. I love a revenge story. I've also had this one on my list for a little while. Very excited to read it. Number 7 is I See What You Did There. So you have to have a creature that prefers water to land. I'll be reading To Ravish a Rogue by C.M. Niscosta. I have so far loved everything that she's written. Like, honestly, probably one of my favorite monster romance authors. And it involves a merman. Love. I got this when I did the Bonkers Romance Kickstarter, which was just like, you get gorgeous book. And yeah, I'm excited to read something with some piratey vibes. Last but not least is a monstrous challenge. This is Reader's Choice is what I'm calling it. Basically, you get to choose what kind of monster you read for this one. I was going back and forth between a couple, but I finally settled on The Orc from the Office, a second workplace office monster romance, because why not? This is by Kate Pryor. I think this one is also book 2, but I don't think you have to have read book 1. And yeah, I love an orc. Tusks, 10 out of 10. So good. Okay, so that is my TBR. I do also have like a bonus bingo, and like I said, the template and the prompts and everything are going to be over on my Instagram, so be sure to follow me over there because that's where I'm mostly going to be posting about it, but I will also do a vlog with all of these reads. I didn't realize I ran out of storage space on my phone, so now I have to re-record the entire second half of this video. So those are the books that I am planning to read for my Monster March Madness challenge. However, I wouldn't be me if I wasn't overly ambitious and had some other books on my list that I wanted to read this month. I have kind of 2 categories of other books that I am prioritizing. The first being my ARCs. I am so lucky that I get so many advanced readers copies. However, I'm really bad at keeping up with them. So it is now one of my goals to read my ARCs the month before they come out. So like my April ARCs I'm reading in March, my May ARCs I'll read in April, and I'm playing a little bit of catch up with some books that have already come out. Whoops. So first, I do have a book that comes out in March that I want to try and read maybe before it comes out. I don't know, we'll see. That is The Hedge Witch of Fox Hall by Anna Bright. This comes out March 12th. It is, from my understanding, based in like medieval Welsh folklore. I'll be real, I requested it because of the cover. It looks really cozy, it looks really fun. I did later find out there may be a love triangle involved as our main character is trying to restore magic, there's something involving the 2 princes of the kingdom. So that's unfortunate, but I am still excited to read it. For the April books, I have 2. The first being Late Bloomer by Maisie Eddings. I really love Maisie Eddings' writing, and I'm excited to read this one. This is her new sapphic book. It follows Opal, who wins the lottery, which seems like the dream, but everyone is just constantly asking her for money, so she decides to buy a flower farm that is kind of failing. However, when she gets there, she meets Pepper, who claims that she should be the one who takes over this flower farm, so the 2 of them have to like live and work together. It's giving a little enemies to lovers type situation. Then on April 30th, we have Truly Madly Deeply by Alexandria Belfler. I love everything that Alexandria Belfler writes, and I'm sure I'm going to absolutely love this one. I've already seen a couple quotes pulled from it, and it sounds so steamy, so good. This one is about a romance novelist and a divorce lawyer, and they start a podcast together giving romance advice. It's giving the X Talk. It sounds so fun. I cannot wait. The last book from my NetGalley that I want to try and read this month, as I said, I'm playing a little bit of catch up, is Emily Wilde's Map to the Otherlands. This is book 2 by Heather Fawcett. For Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia Fairies was book 1. We continue our adventure with Emily and Wendell Bramble. I can't remember the guy's name, just that it was really terrible and I still loved him so much. I can't believe I haven't read this book yet, and I'm very excited to pick it up. I just need to do it. I just need to do it. It needs to happen. So those are all the NetGalley books. My other goal is to actually read the books in my book boxes. I get a couple, too many book subscription boxes, and I desperately need to make sure that I am prioritizing them. I'm actually reading these books. So like the NetGalley ones, except kind of the opposite. My goal with these are to read the books from the month before, so reading February books in March, and any books that I don't get to, I have to skip the next month's box. A little bit of incentive, a little bit of, I don't want to say punishment, but kind of, if I don't keep up with the books that I have. Again, playing a little bit of catch up. I actually skipped quite a few of February's. So I have some February, some January ones here. And then in like March, we are starting in earnest. But let's take a look at these, and I'll also show off the special editions because these special editions are really pretty. The first one is from Fairy Loot, the February one, and that is A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. She's also the author of Bridge Kingdom, which I haven't read yet, although it's definitely on my list. This one is giving Vikings. Love to see. Can check out the front, the side, and the back here. It is so pretty on the inside. We do have some really pretty foiling on the cover, as well as some great character art on the end pages. Take a look at our characters. There they are. This is definitely giving adventure. This is definitely giving romance, a little bit of romantasy, which is the phrase that people love to use now. I don't know why the term romantasy bothers me. It just does. This says, a woman blessed by the gods battles to unite a nation under a power-hungry king while also fighting her growing desire for his fiery son. Ooh. In a Norse-inspired fantasy romance from the best-selling author of Bridge Kingdom. So yeah, that definitely sounds like a good time. The January book from Fairy Loot was The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. The camera does not capture how gorgeous that foiling is. This is the side, this is the back, and please take a look at these end pages. We got a little key action going as well, giving City of Stars. We have our main character here, and I'm guessing the love interest right here. I always say the girl is the main character. I just realized that. I always say the guy is the love interest and the girl, if it is like an FM relationship. What it sounds like, the city has a curse that 10 years ago, our main character, Violet, her mother, tried to break but never returned. So now Violet is following in her footsteps to try and break a curse. I love it. Adventure, romance, excitement. Moving on to my Afterlight subscription, I got At First Spite by Olivia Dade. Beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. I have to show off, we do have the character end pages. The naked hardcover is gorgeous. There is some character artwork on the end pages in the back as well. So this one, our main character has a broken engagement, but she has to move into the house that she had purchased for the two of them to live in, which is attached to her ex's home. And her ex's brother, who might be the reason why their engagement ended, is living on the other side of the house. So it's giving some forced proximity. It's giving ex's brother, a little taboo, just a hint of taboo. From Alcrate, we have A Fragile Enchantment by Allison Soft. I've heard nothing but really good things about this. Beautiful, gorgeous, whimsical vibes. It's giving Bridgerton. It's giving just gorgeous. I want to live in this realm. The main character has magic that lets her stitch emotions and memories into fabric. However, that magic is somehow like draining her and will eventually kill her. She ends up designing the wardrobe for the royal wedding for the neighboring kingdom and befriends the prince, or I guess the groom. I don't know if he's the prince. It sounds like a gossip columnist kind of catches them in a sort of compromising situation, and now the two of them have to try and keep the gossip columnist from talking about their chemistry. I don't really know the full scope of things, but again, it's giving Bridgerton with magic. Last but not least is The Longest Autumn by Amy Avery. We got this kind of plain edges and the back. We have some really pretty character art on both the end pages as well. In this one, our main character, her job is to help usher the turn of the seasons in the mortal realm by helping the god of that season through some sort of portal type thing. And she is assigned to the god of autumn. However, this year something happens and the god of autumn is now trapped in the mortal realm, and that is causing problems for the crops. It's causing some starvation. It's overall not a good time. It's giving Hadestown. And of course there is a little bit of a romance between the two of them as they try and get him back through the portal and get the seasons back on track. Again, sounds like a lot of fun. Cannot wait. I love some seasonal magic. It's giving Disney fairies. Last but not least, I already talked about the Classic Literature Book Club book, which is being hosted on my channel. We are reading The Omega's Obsession by Sarah Blue. Our first live show is going to be Monday, March 4th, right here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's either 8 or 8:30. I can't remember exactly, but it's going to be here on my channel, so be sure you follow along for that. The other book club that I am part of is the House of Maas along. We are finishing up the ACOTAR series this month, so we're reading Court of Frost and Starlight and Court of Silver Flames. I'm very excited because I haven't read Court of Silver Flames, or I've read it, I haven't reread it. There we go. All the other books in the ACOTAR series I've read at least twice now. This is my first time rereading this one, and after reading Crescent City, there's a lot that I'm going to be paying attention to. We do have the live show for Court of Wings and Ruin on Christine's channel, that the Roomies Digest, that is going to be March 3rd. I would recommend, if you want to see those live shows, make sure you're subscribed to the Roomies and you are on their Discord. That's where we're kind of like announcing all the info regarding that. And that is everything. So that's a lot of books. We'll see how many I read. Again, I'm going to try my best. If you want to see how many I actually managed to read, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, and you don't want to miss any live shows or anything, be sure to turn on the bell icon as well as subscribe. That way you don't miss any posts. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, bye!